guys, how you doing? So, it is Friday. Tomorrow's 2 weeks out, but today's high day. So, checked in with the coach. He gave me feedback, putting in 25 extra grams of carbs every meal, so I'm super happy about that. So, I'm talking like this because I've got kids sleeping right now. It's pretty early. So we're going to make our first meal of the day. I love this meal. Make it every high day in the morning. Super good, super delicious, super satiating. Let's get it. There's a lot of ingredients for this, but really good. So start them off with 2 bananas. I'm going to use some dates, strawberry jam, and grits. And then I just have chicken to the side. So let's get it. I really have been enjoying grits in my high days just because they're super filling, low in fat, and they're just easy to make. I know everyone's on the cream of rice kick right now, and don't get me wrong, they're good, but you don't get a lot in certain packages. But with grits, you can get a bunch. You don't have to keep, getting the orange boxes or, all these companies now coming out with different stuff. So I personally like it that way better. So how I do it with my grits is we have a electric tea kettle here. Make sure there's water in it. Put some in there. And I will heat this up to the highest heat. Throw it in the bowl of grits, dry, and then stir it. Just make sure it's not clumped up. And as far as the protein, I usually just chop up some chicken. Nothing too crazy. It just doesn't make sense to, worry about cooking eggs in the morning, egg whites. I don't have eggs. I haven't had eggs in a long time, but that's just my preference. We're going to measure it out. So it's 69 grams grits, and then that's waiting. That's heating up. I'm going to measure out our dates. Now, these have pits, right? So what I always do is I will take the pits out when I'm weighing them, because the pits add like a gram or 2 onto the weight. So we're doing 40 grams. Looks like I'm just about there. So what I usually do is I'll kind of mash them, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to chunk them, just to try a different way of doing it. I always like to try different things, especially on a high day where I can be a little creative with my food. Alright, there we go. Put that to the side. While that is going, I'm going to get my chicken, and we're going to measure out 4.2 ounces. There it is. 4.25. There we go. 4.2. Now that this is done, and I don't measure this out, I just eyeball it. It's about good. And what I do suggest to you guys is getting yourselves tiny whisks. They work so much better than a fork, and it's not cumbersome like a bigger whisk. So this has been great, especially for cream of rice, because as you know, guys, cream of rice it almost works like cement. It's crazy. That's another reason why I don't do cream of rice too much anymore, just because it's annoying to cook. So 2 minutes. We'll check back. Alright, so what I did forget is to do bananas. Okay? I do like to mash these up though. Okay? So I'm gonna get this in this bowl and mash them. What I usually would do is I would mash the dates with the bananas. But like I said, I want to do it a little different today. So I'm just gonna mash it by itself. Usually I'll use a spoon, but I just don't feel like getting it, and I'm making my life more difficult by doing it with a whisk. It's kind of getting annoying. It is what it is. There we go. Now we're cooking. And now we'll get this down to a paste-like substance. There we go. That's perfect. Love it. I add a little bit of extra water, but we'll see after the bananas go in, because usually that adds enough liquid. I don't know what to say. It's early in the morning, guys. It's 6 o'clock. But it adds enough substance to where water's not really needed. So, yeah. I know you guys have watched Love on the Spectrum, but we just finished up season 1 and 2, and I think we finished up 3, or we're almost done 3. But season 1, there was this guy named Sabode. Every time you get excited, usually it's about sex, but every time you get excited, you'd be like, oh yeah. Every time I make something, I'm like, oh yeah. Strawberry jam is 3 servings, so that's like 60 grams. So 40. Should have done this the other way, but it is what it is. Perfect 60. Because I'm a pro. I'm going to throw this in the microwave now. We're going to mix this bad puppy up. Okay. And this will provide enough sweetness to where you don't need to add anything else, like zero sugar syrup or nothing like that. Very nice. Oh yeah. We have our grits done. We have our chicken cooking. We're well on our way to having a delicious meal, a succulent Chinese meal. Alright. As with this entire prep, mustard is the go-to. So there you have it, guys. We have a delicious grits banana pudding, I guess you could call it, and chicken. So, that's what it is. But that is good and ready to go. Tastes really good, I promise you. Let's get a date. Let's try to find a date. I know a lot of you are trying to find that. Sorry. Slim pickings out there here. Oh my god. That's what I thought it was going to be. Chopping up the dates rather than mashing them, so much better. I mean, you get that cluster. Oh my god. Well, I'm going to enjoy this. This is the pre-workout meal. Gonna eat this. Gonna get ready to go. Drop the kids off to school. I have off to work today. And then after that, gonna go to the gym. See you there. All right, making a quick pit stop. Our favorite pastry bakery place is closing down. It's both good and bad, bittersweet, but had to get in here for the last few weeks. Not gonna eat anything. I'm just getting stuff to prepare for later. All right, so we got the donuts, we got pastries, we got other stuff. Yeah, like I said, I'm not eating this shit today. I'm not eating it later. I'm not eating it tomorrow. It's gonna be after prep, after the show. I'm gonna do some sample testing. All right, got legs today. I'm gonna hit it good. Got a good full meal in me. Just took some pre-workout, so not the toe is about to be tingling. Said it. Alright, y'all. That was a really good session. I'm hungry. We're gonna go cook meal number 2, post-workout meal. Let's go. So, along the lines of the same meal, except we're gonna have rice and chicken. I'm gonna measure everything out. Of course, we have our star of the show. Only 55 grams this go around. We need to heat up our stuff, have our banana, have our jam, and honey. So we're gonna mash this up again. If I can find something to mash it in, that'd be cool. These are all dirty. I'm gonna use this cute little Hello Kitty mug, and just one banana this time because we have all the other goodies. There we go. Get to that runny paste-like consistency. These noises are pretty crazy, pretty reminiscent. There we go. It doesn't take long to kind of get it there. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we're going to add everything else. Then we're going to do 32 grams of honey. This stuff tastes so good. If you've never had buckwheat honey, you're missing out. It is so much better than bees honey. Just in my personal opinion. It's like got this rich, nutty taste that I haven't tasted in any other kind of honey. Not clover honey, not bees honey. It's just really good. I prefer it over bees honey, clover honey any day. That's 30. That would be 32. There we go, right on the dot. Sweet. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna mix it. Right after I pour this in, and this follows the same rules, even though it's not as many grams as before. Pour it in there, stir it, and then pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it always kind of does the trick. No matter how much I put in here. Okay. Bing, bing, boom. 5 big booms. So, here's what we got. Okay. Oh my god, it smells so good. Holy crap. And yeah, this kind of gets that runny consistency that I kind of want, because once it goes in the grits that are kind of hard when they come out, softens it right up and it gets it to that perfect consistency. There we go. Now I've already got my rice and chicken already weighed out, because that's the boring stuff. I mean, rice and chicken, I'm not going to have you guys watch me do that, but I do need to take some rice out of here. In lieu of 200 grams of rice, I'm going to do 175. There we go. Easy. Always amazes me how dense rice really is. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna pop this in there for 2 minutes. Not 28, Jesus Christ. I might even pop this back in after I put this in, because I think it might be a little too runny. And I don't want it too runny. I want it just perfect. Mix it. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good. Yeah, I'm gonna pop it in. I'm gonna pop it in there and really get that consistency down, because this is a little too runny, but it's all good. Still tastes good, but again, I don't want a soup. I want what I want. It's my money. I need it. No! I've made all of my rice and chicken meals just to save time and really footage, because again, who really wants to watch someone make chicken and rice the whole day? That's boring, you know. This stuff, I love making it. I love adding things, experimenting with things related to food, so it's all handy dandy. Still have some EAAs I'm gonna drink up here. That's almost done. I'm gonna do for maybe a minute and a half. Yeah, we're gonna watch some YouTube, eat this meal, and then probably take a shower. That would be nice. Again, worked really hard today for legs. Did belt squats like you just saw. Those were great. Definitely going to incorporate those into my leg days for adductors. I like that, and I like wide stance leg presses for adductors. You know, and if I want a little ego boost, I'll do the power squat, or not the power squat, I forget what it's called, but it's basically, it's got the back rest and it's got like the shoulder rest, so you can work on the machine backwards. I like doing that for legs too, for adductors, so, but I can really load that, so that's why I say for, oh shit, that's why I say if I want an ego boost, because I can really put a lot of plates on there. I can get like 9 plates for 6 on each side, so like I said, nice ego boost. There we go. So, waiting for that to get done. Bam. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, let's see what this consistency is. I think I need to let it sit just for a little bit. I think I'm going to put it in the freezer for a second, and then we'll see how that looks. Let's do that now. Alright guys, so I don't know what happened. My technical error. I did not turn my mic on, but took it out of the freezer here, and it was perfect. So good. I found some blueberries remaining. It's like 10. I just threw them in there. It's not going to add hardly anything to the overall carb day, high day, so whatever. But yeah, that's the meal. Super good, super delicious, especially with that buckwheat honey. Went down so good. Obviously, we have the rice and chicken. And what I'm explaining here is I usually like to get 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water in a day. And to help me with that, just because it just becomes mundane and you just don't want to drink water. I do use Mio drops. I've used them for a long time. And it just helps, it just helps, gets it down, it tastes good. It's really the only flavor I like. I've tried every other flavor and they just don't hit the mark. They leave a weird taste. So orange tangerine is my go-to. And then what I'm also explaining here is just my supplements, vitamins that I take, really just vitamins. There's so many. I could list them if I looked at the bottle, to be honest. There's so many of them that look, I have like 4 or 5 that just look the exact same. So I could not list them in the lineup, but coming out of the bottle, obviously, yes, I do know what they are. But basically I take a lot of vitamin D, K2, a lot of potassium for my hyperaldosteronism. And what I was pouring on my meal there, my chicken and rice, was not salt, was actually new salt, which is actually just potassium chloride. It's a salt substitute, and it has helped a lot. I'm going to use it all the time from now on. Get them at Amazon, and it just works. I love it. So, yeah. All right. Meal number 3 on the way. Feels so good and refreshed. Just got out of the shower, and I treated myself and took a little bath with Epsom salt. Felt fucking superb. So, can't knock that. So the next meal, I wouldn't say is underwhelming, but it's definitely not as exciting. Alright, so 2 members mark, very specific, fruit snacks, zero fat, sugary carb. 3 servings of jam, 1 rice cake. Okay? Now you're probably wondering, how am I gonna fit all that shit? And where is it going? Well, it's going right on the gosh darn rice cake. Okay? Exactly where it's going. Already have my chicken and rice meals pre-measured, so I don't gotta deal with that bullshit. Pop it in here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Good to go. So this is 60 grams. 3 servings. Close. Even closer. Come on. Get on with it. There you go. Oh, 67. Alright. Alright. Spread it all around. And like a fat motherfucker, we just put all this around it like a weird lunchable pizza. Like I said, I like to play around with my food, different creations, different ways of doing it. Boom, there we go. There is our lunchable. Oh, it's so weird. We can actually keep this out because we're going to be doing that a couple times. And I'm going to just preemptively get 2 of these because we have it for meal number 4 also. And there we go. Simple as that, guys. Nothing to it. Alright, we're gonna pound this with some new salt. Getting it everywhere. Told you I'm weird. Don't judge me. Look where you living first before you judge me. Alright, there's not much mustard on there, so let's fill her up. There you go. There we go. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna edit some more here now that I have my mic on. Sorry about that. I didn't really see much else on YouTube, so I might just be editing to my next meal. Might take a nap at some point. I don't know. Probably be good for me. Even though my sleep has been a lot better over the past few weeks. So I might not nap, just so I can sleep really well tonight. We'll see. Fuckity. Alright, meal 4. Don't have my glasses on. It's usually what I put on my face to hold the microphone. I know not finishing that sentence would have sounded stupid, so I'm glad I did. But this is a good test, because I don't think I've ever had this mic on my lapel. So, it would be a good test. But meal number 4, same thing. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details. Let's just make it. Alright, so that is meal number 5. Sorry, 4. 5? Fuck. Yeah, it's 4. It's 4. So that's meal number 4. Yeah, just gonna eat this and get to meal number 5. That's gonna be a little bit more creative, a little bit more enjoyable. So I'm gonna down this and do some more editing. I forgot to mention, putting the new salt on this totally changed the game. I mean, it adds depth. It's fucking nuts. Don't knock it before you try it. Alright, so meal number 5 is about 6 something, like almost 7 o'clock. So we're gonna get this going. So this one's gonna be a little different. Do 47 grams of Cheerios. These are the little heart-shaped ones. Sorry for all the background noise if you can hear it. Got the AC going and the washing machine, dishwasher right below me going as well. So it's a tad bit noisy. Alright, so we're gonna get 21 grams of honey. No. Alright. One more good one. I think that's it. Okay, one more. Come on. 22. Here's what it is. Not that big of a deal. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Then we're going to chop up some apples for 63 grams. 9. Damn near close. Let's see if I can get it closer. Like a pro. So, I don't know what to call it. Like a non-cereal cereal bowl? Parfait? Kind of, without the yogurt? I don't know. It might be good. Let's mix it up. Alright, some more salt. And in this container we have 300 grams of rice. And sticking to the 4.2 of chicken. There you go. I'm just trying to get all the clumps of rice to not be clumps of rice. There you have it. Whatever the fuck this is, chicken and rice. Meal number 5, let's go eat. Alright y'all, so last meal of the day. So I got a bunch of crap in front of me. Going back to our grits, we have something else over here that I'm sure we'll do with that. First is our 75 grams. Remember to always pick your dates when you're measuring them out. This time I'm not going to add too much water. Let that do its thing, and then finish up here, move on to this shit. And there it is. It's actually looking pretty good. It's right now kind of a solid, so getting this honey in there will loosen it up a little bit. Jam. And then we're just going to put our dates in now. I don't feel like waiting. Really good. We have 37 grams of Cheerios. If you guys have not done this, you're missing out. And I'm going to show you a neat trick here in a minute. So 320 milliliters of egg whites in the bowl, salted caramel, sugar free. A couple pumps will do you. I use muscle egg a lot for my egg whites. They have different flavors, but I think the biggest hack is to just get the plain ones, and then these are like $7.50 at Marshall's. You get different flavors, sugar free. Put them in here. Just tastes like that, and Cheerios. So, this is the last meal of the day, guys. I have my vitamins. There's some magnesium glycinate, just helps with sleep. Fish oils, more D3, more potassium, and red rice yeast. So I'm going to get all this stuff, finish my night, go to bed. It's been a great day. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you like. Comment if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Like, subscribe, share to other friends. Really helps me out. We've seen all the views, guys. Love it. Subscribe, please. It helps. You're going to see more of me. Show coming up in 2 weeks. We're right there. We're looking good. Really no changes from here on out. Just coasting into it. No Hail Marys to do, so I'm feeling great. Albeit tired, but the results are, leagues ahead from last year, and I'm so proud. So, that's it, guys. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, share it to all your friends. Do all that shit. Peace.